Teen heartbreak isn't weakness, it's a turning point. If you're a teen watching this and your chest feels tight, if your stomach drops every time you see them in the hallway, or you find yourself replaying every single message at 2 a.m., wondering where it all went wrong, pause with me for a second. Maybe you can't focus on your homework, your performance in sports is slipping, or you feel like you're walking on eggshells around your friend group. That ache you feel is real, and it's profound. Before we go any further, I need you to hear this. Nothing is wrong with you. You're not weak. You're not being dramatic. And you are definitely not broken. What you're feeling is a legitimate biological response. Neuroscientists have actually proven that social rejection, like the kind you feel during a breakup, activates the exact same pathways in your brain as physical pain. That feeling in your chest? Your brain is processing it similarly to a physical injury. So when someone tells you to just get over it, they're missing the point. Your brain is wired to experience this loss intensely, especially during your teenage years when you're more sensitive to social connection. This isn't a video about getting over them in 5 easy steps. This is about honoring what you feel and learning how to move through it without spiraling, numbing out, or letting it destroy your self-worth. We're going to build a practical toolkit together, starting with a framework I call H.E.A.L. It will help you navigate the grief, reclaim your confidence, and turn this painful moment into a powerful turning point. Your future self is counting on you to learn this now. So stay with me. You've already taken the first step by being here. Here's the one thing most adults forget to tell you. Your brain is still a work in progress. Specifically, the part responsible for managing big emotions, the prefrontal cortex, is still building its connection to your emotional core, the limbic system. Think of it like a brand new sound system with the volume dial turned way up, but the control panel isn't fully installed yet. That means, for you right now, emotions don't just feel different. They hit louder, deeper, and more physically than they will later in life. This isn't a weakness, it's a temporary stage of your development. And here's where it gets really interesting. Groundbreaking research shows that the pain of social rejection and heartbreak activates the very same networks in your brain as a physical injury. Scientists using fMRI scans saw the anterior cingulate cortex, a region that processes physical pain, light up when people experienced social exclusion. That's why a breakup can literally, physically hurt. It can cause real chest pain, a sick feeling in your stomach, or even a panic attack that feels like you can't breathe. It can lead to insomnia where you're staring at the ceiling for hours, or a total loss of appetite, or the opposite, using food to numb the feeling. This isn't you being dramatic. This isn't all in your head. It is a genuine biological alarm, your nervous system screaming in response to a profound sense of loss. And when teens go through this intense experience without support, feeling isolated at school or misunderstood at home, the risk of developing anxiety, depression, and hopeless thoughts increases sharply. That's why we're talking about this so directly. Not to scare you, but to arm you with knowledge. Understanding the why behind your pain is the first step toward healing it. It validates your experience and gives you permission to take it seriously. I want to say this clearly. If at any point after a breakup you find yourself thinking, I don't want to be here anymore, or I want the pain to stop no matter what, that is a signal for support, not a truth about your life or your worth. Pause this video and reach out. India, 915-2987-821, and US, call or text 988. Or tell one safe adult right now. You do not have to carry this alone. Now, let's talk about healing the right way. For many teens, first love feels like identity, belonging, and future. So when it ends, the brain doesn't just think, I lost a relationship. It thinks, I'm not enough. I'll be alone forever. Something must be wrong with me. That's not reality. That's your brain trying to make sense of loss without enough life experience yet. And when pain gets ignored or numbed through social media stalking, rebounds, alcohol, or endless scrolling, it doesn't disappear. It loops. That's why healthy healing matters. Let me now talk about H.E.A.L method. When a relationship ends, the pain can feel physical. It's not just in your head. Groundbreaking research, like studies from Cross and Eisenberger, shows that our brains process social rejection in the very same areas that register physical pain, like the anterior cingulate cortex. That ache in your chest? It's real. Your brain is literally telling you that you're hurt. That's why telling someone to just get over it is not only unhelpful, it's dismissive of a genuine pain response. So, instead of trying to ignore it, we need a strategy to manage it. I teach teens a simple, practical framework called H.E.A.L. This isn't about pretending the pain doesn't exist or rushing to get over it. It's about giving your mind and body the tools to process the hurt, find your footing, and come out of this experience stronger and with more self-awareness. H. Halt the spiral. The first step is to stop the bleeding. When you keep checking their social media, you are constantly reopening the wound, keeping your nervous system in a state of high alert. This creates a painful cycle of hope and disappointment that makes it impossible to heal. So, the first action is to create a safe space for yourself. Block or mute them everywhere. Their main account, their backup account, their friends' accounts if you have to. This isn't about being mean or punishing them. This is emotional first aid. It's about taking back control of your digital environment and telling your brain, we are not looking for them anymore. We are looking after ourselves now. Next, give your pain a container. It's huge, and it can feel like it's taking over everything. So we create a grief window. Set a timer for 5 or 10 minutes. During this time, you have full permission to feel everything. Cry. Journal about your anger and sadness. Scream into a pillow. Let the wave of emotion wash over you without judgment. But when that timer goes off, you do one thing. You change your physical state. You stand up. You stretch your arms over your head. You take one deep, intentional breath. This small action signals a shift to your brain. The grief session is over for now, and we are moving into the present moment. Now, we anchor ourselves in that present moment with a grounding reset. This is the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 technique. It pulls your attention out of the swirling storm of thoughts and into your immediate physical reality. Right now, wherever you are, name 5 things you can see. Look around and notice details. 4 things you can physically touch. Feel the texture of your clothes, the coolness of a table, the weight of your phone. 3 things you can hear. The hum of a fan, distant traffic, your own breathing. 2 things you can smell. Maybe your laundry detergent, or the air coming through a window. And finally, 1 thing you can taste. The lingering flavor of your last meal, or just the neutral taste in your mouth. This simple exercise is incredibly powerful. It communicates directly with your nervous system, telling it, in this exact moment, I am safe. E. Extract gently. Once the initial storm has calmed a bit, we can begin to gently extract some clarity. This is not about finding lessons or assigning blame. It's about self-discovery. Ask yourself compassionate, forward-looking questions. Instead of, what did I do wrong? Try, what did this relationship teach me about what I truly need to feel respected and secure? Instead of replaying fights, ask, were there moments when something didn't feel right but I ignored my own intuition? What was that feeling trying to tell me? And most importantly, knowing what I know now, what do I want to do differently in my next relationship, whether it's with a friend or a partner? This reframes the past as data for your future, not as a verdict on your worth. Then, you must actively reconnect with your own value, separate from the relationship. Take out a piece of paper and write down 10 things you are proud of that have absolutely nothing to do with them. This could be a skill you've learned, like mastering a song on the guitar, an act of kindness, like helping a sibling with their homework, the effort you put into studying for a tough exam, your resilience in bouncing back from a challenge. Your identity is a vast, incredible landscape. This relationship was just one path through it. Your worth existed before them, it existed during the relationship, and it is fully intact right now. A. Activate your body. Your body and mind are a team, and right now, your body can lead your mind out of the fog. When we're heartbroken, it's easy to stay in bed, letting our world shrink. We have to fight that inertia. Commit to moving your body daily. It doesn't have to be an intense workout. A simple walk outside, dancing to 3 songs in your room, a few reps at the gym, or joining a pickup game. Anything that gets your heart rate up. Movement is a biological hack. It powerfully lowers stress hormones like cortisol and boosts mood-lifting endorphins. Alongside movement, focus on the fundamentals. Try to sleep and eat at regular times. Routine is a powerful anchor that helps stabilize your mood, and aim for 1 micro win per day. Just 1. Take a shower, tidy 1 drawer, send 1 text to a friend. These small acts of self-care build momentum and prove you can still accomplish things. L. Lean on lifelines. You do not have to carry this weight alone. In fact, trying to heal in isolation is the hardest, longest, and riskiest path. Your final step is to lean on your lifelines. Choose 1 person to talk to. This could be a trusted adult, a parent, an aunt, a teacher, a coach. It could be a friend who is a good listener, someone who won't just jump in with advice, but will sit with you while you feel sad. Or it could be a professional, like a school counselor or a therapist, who is trained to give you strategies. Reaching out for support is not a sign of weakness. It is the ultimate act of self-preservation. It shows you are strong enough to protect your own well-being and your future self. And this is critical. If your thoughts ever become overwhelmingly dark, or if you ever think about harming yourself, that is a signal to reach out for help immediately. That is not a thought to hold on to alone. Tell a safe adult, or call a crisis line right away. That is the bravest and strongest thing you can do. Next, we have to move from pain to power. Here's the truth most people learn too late. Heartbreak doesn't ruin your life. Unprocessed heartbreak does. Teens who heal properly don't become colder. They become clearer, more confident, better at choosing healthy love. This pain is not the end of your story. It's a chapter that teaches you how deeply you can feel and how strong you can become. Before you go, try this. Type 1 sentence in comments section that your future self needs to hear. It might be, "This hurts, but I won't always feel this way. I'm learning what I deserve. I'm still worthy of love." Read what others have written. You're not alone here. If this helped, share it with someone who's hurting. And subscribe if you want honest conversations about growth, relationships, and mental health. You're not broken. You're healing.